battling form since he scored the 2 goals in the first leg at the Emirates Stadium. Well, it looks like mission impossible, feels like mission impossible, but Arsenal must believe tonight. Are we in for their greatest European comeback, or will they be picked apart by the best team on the planet? Burgundy and red for Barcelona, red and white for Arsenal. And it's simply essential, Steve, that Arsenal don't concede early.
Yeah, Barcelona started really quickly, closing Arsenal down, putting Koscielny there and Gabriel under a little bit of pressure. But this first goal is vitally important, of course it is.
Iniesta can send Suarez away for the first time. It's Messi, and Iniesta carried on running. Here's Alba. And now Sergio Busquets, who really pulled the strings in central midfield in North London 3 weeks ago. Neymar. There's Alexis Sanchez, who is back here at the Nou Camp. You wonder whether it could be his night for Arsenal. Ozil. And now Bellerin, who's got forward on that right side for Arsenal. And shuffling across Jeremy Mathieu, who's in tonight for the suspended Gerard Piqué. Luis Enrique, who scored against Arsenal in a European Cup tie at Wembley back in 1999. 8 years here as a player, trod a similar path to Pep Guardiola, and he's had nothing but success so far. Ozil with the ball in towards Danny Welbeck, and it was Mascherano across for Barcelona, but promising there for Arsenal, and that will give them some early confidence.
Yeah, it was nice movement by Ozil and then by Danny Welbeck. With Mascherano saying it wasn't a corner, it was Danny Welbeck, I think, got his legs tied together here, but it was a good movement by Welbeck, and Ozil puts him in. And as you can see here, tries to get the shot away, but fluffs his lines really and comes off his other foot. And it certainly wasn't a corner.
Well, the additional assistant stood about a yard away from that, should have had the view. So Arsenal with the first set piece of this game. It's away by Mathieu. Here's El Neni. It's an Arsenal throw. Alexis Sanchez. Busquets able to play it forward, but Flamini, who's in there instead of Coquelin tonight, could step in for Arsenal, but this is where they're so dangerous. Neymar. Messi. Defending here for Koscielny to do, and he does it well. It's a good night to get him back, isn't it, Laurent Koscielny?
Yeah, really important. Get him back there, get him communicating. Well, that was Flamini lost the ball and Barcelona pounced on them. Thankfully Arsenal got numbers back and sorted the danger out.
Contrast in form between the sides couldn't be more marked. 4 straight wins since the first leg for Barca, with 17 goals scored. 3 defeats in 5 for Arsenal. Their only win against Hull of the Championship in the FA Cup. I think the only disappointing aspect about the evening is the fact that it's been raining so heavily here in Barcelona. Lots of the seats are still empty around the Nou Camp. You can get around 99,000 in when it's full, but quite a lot of people have stayed away because of the weather. The majority of the stadium uncovered, of course, here.
It's been a real pity, actually, the fact that so many empty seats. People of Barcelona have been telling us that it hasn't rained for so long, and then suddenly you've had it all in one day today, haven't we?
They've made up for it today. Here's Alexis Sanchez. Arsenal threatening again. Ozil's in there supporting. Busquets in the right place for the home side. And then Neymar is fouled. Well, there are a couple in the Arsenal side who would be a yellow card away from suspension should they do the impossible tonight. Nacho Monreal and Mesut Ozil in the starting 11. Of course, Piqué suspended for Barcelona, but none of their players would be suspended with a yellow card tonight. Here's Luis Suarez, Gabriel, who's stayed in the team with Mertesacker on the bench, able to use his pace to get across. Danny Welbeck, who's going to test himself against Jeremy Mathieu. Got to say though, Steve, it's been a confident start by Arsenal.
Yeah, Alexis Sanchez has started really well. Danny Welbeck given a little bit much to do then. It's not that quick. Yeah, it's a nice confident start, knocking the ball around okay, Arsenal.
Got a space here for Ozil. And now Iwobi. And what a big night it is for the teenager. Ozil was looking to play it in towards Welbeck. It's Mascherano back there. Here's the veteran Flamini, who was a holdover from the time that Barcelona played Arsenal in the Champions League final. It's Hector Bellerin. Stepped in and then he was fouled.
Yeah, that was Gabriel giving the ball away that time. Flex. They have to be a lot more secure when they have the ball, Arsenal. Barcelona will give them time and they'll be able to pass the ball and move around, but they have to be very secure and make sure the passes stick. Because we saw in the first leg how quick Barcelona can break.
Iniesta with his former teammate Alexis Sanchez over there. Busquets was asking for the free kick and got it. They can't give them time to settle on the ball in midfield tonight. That was one of the big problems in the first leg, wasn't it? That those players in midfield, the three of them in there, just found too much time and space when they got the ball.
Yeah, but Flamini was in his right to go for that. He has to put pressure on them. There's no problem with that. See if he can nick something in there.
Mathieu gallops forward from centre-back and feeds Iniesta. It's Neymar, Sergio Busquets. First time from Messi to Rakitic and then back to Messi, and the flag stayed down against Suarez and they're trying to walk it in. Well, the flag eventually went up, Steve, but that was ridiculously late.
Yeah, Luis Suarez looked offside. Let's just see it again. Let's have a look at it. 4 yards offside.
I immediately looked down to the assistant.
And he had it, his flag was down.
Yep.
I think he waited, Fletch, until Luis Suarez touched the ball. That's when his flag went up. Well, you can see he was way offside.
It's Messi. Now with Iniesta. Jordi Alba forward from left back. We'll see lots of that tonight. Dani Alves down the other side. Challenge came in there from Bellerin. Concentration is going to be so important, particularly amongst those four at the back.
There's the challenge to Shelby on Messi again. Nothing wrong with that. Just letting them know that you're there.
Rakitic, who's played more games than anybody else for Barcelona so far this season. Bellerin back there. Away by Mascherano. Quickly done by Busquets to Dani Alves.
He's a lovely player, and he's Sergio Busquets.
Iniesta. Busquets has it nicked off him there by Mesut Ozil, and this is where Arsenal will try and punish Barcelona. Danny Welbeck's up there, and then he's arriving as well. Ozil might not need anybody!
Really great idea, Flex, wasn't it? He was trying to bend it into that far corner. Danny Welbeck slips, and that's what helps him. He tries to use Danny Welbeck to whip it in, just doesn't get enough bend on it at all. Goes quite flat in the end. Arsenal broke quick, that was a mistake from Andres Iniesta. It was a poor ball to Sergio Busquets, and there's another mistake there. Ter Stegen trying to walk it out, nearly knocks it out of play.
Doesn't usually faze them too much though, does it? The odd misplaced pass, even when they're around their own penalty area. I think the theory was that they might well be lambs to the slaughter here tonight in the Nou Camp Arsenal, but the opening 10 minutes offer real hope. Although they've got some defending to do now as it's in towards Neymar and just slightly off target from Jordi Alba.
Yeah, Neymar just ran off the back of Flamini. He wanted it earlier. It's just overhit.
I suppose one of the big keys for Arsenal tonight, Steve, is they've got to get the balance right, haven't they, between pushing on and trying to get the goal, bearing in mind they need at least two of them, and also keeping it tight enough at the other end so they don't fall too far behind in the match. Messi searches out Neymar and finds him. Hector Bellerin across. Messi, back to Neymar. Iniesta was around too, and El Neni got there.
Yeah, when they go and close down Arsenal, they have to do it sensibly. You can't just run, and you need your friend behind you, your teammate, to make sure he's closing down at the same time. Otherwise, you're just using energy up.
There's Dani Alves. Suarez is looking to play it back into him. So want it back for Barcelona. Messi, Neymar, Jordi Alba. Really important intervention from Gabriel. Danger still not clear. Messi this time. And then a little foul on Iwobi, which will just give Arsenal time to get things back under control and regain a bit of composure.
I said it in the first leg, Flex, they have to be really careful down the left-hand side of Barcelona, the right-hand side of Arsenal, because Alexis Sanchez doesn't want to defend, and Jordi Alba wants to get forward all the time, and he's run off the back of him about 2 or 3 times. I know he's thinking about counter-attacking Alexis Sanchez and wanting to go forward, but he has to do the dirty work. He has to work hard and close that space down, otherwise they'll be undone.
Six-0 win against Getafe on Saturday extended Barcelona's unbeaten run to 37 matches. And there are 1 or 2 heart-in-the-mouth moments when you're a Barcelona supporter, when you see them play through the penalty area like that, but it usually tends to come off. Here's Lionel Messi. Dani Alves running beyond him. Messi looking to curl one into the Arsenal box. It was dealt with by Koscielny. There's Mattia Flamini. Iwobi spots the run here of Bellerin. A better ball. Might well have paid dividends for Arsenal.
Yeah, and it was actually quite an easy ball for Iwobi. He just vastly overhit it. This is Ter Stegen. Look how cool he is, has another touch. There we go again.
You see quite a lot of outfield players in a lot of teams who aren't as comfortable on the ball as the Barcelona goalkeeper.
What I love, Fletch, is when you look at them, Neymar, Suarez and Messi are right up top. So there's loads of space in the centre of the pitch to play the way out. They do not panic at all, do they? The ultimate trust in the teammates.
Here's Messi working off the right side for Barcelona. Now Rakitic, who opened the scoring in the Champions League final against Juventus last season. Iwobi's in there for Arsenal. He's made a confident start, hasn't he, for once so young? Big stage for him tonight, Alex Iwobi. Here's the pace of Hector Bellerin in evidence. Getting away from Jordi Alba, and Jeremy Mathieu had slotted in. Now Alexis Sanchez, Mohamed El Neni. Shooting opportunity again for Arsenal. It's the second opportunity they've had from that kind of range. And just like the first one from Ozil, just slightly off target.
It wasn't a bad hit though, he has to have a goal, doesn't he, especially in these conditions. Ter Stegen was across, but when it's wet and slippery, he pulled it a little bit wide. You can see what he was trying to do, he was trying to get a bit of movement off the ball, wasn't he, to try and bend it in there, the outside.
Still waiting for his first goal for Arsenal since arriving from Basel in January. Tonight would be a good night, wouldn't it? Here's Neymar, wonderful skill. Now Messi, Nacho Monreal across this side for Arsenal. Iniesta. Dani Alves. Messi. Jordi Alba, Andres Iniesta, Nacho Monreal in there ahead of Rakitic. The 37-match unbeaten run that they're on, Steve. They've outscored the opposition 117-20 during that time. Slightly lopsided. They've not lost since October the 3rd when Sevilla were able to beat them. Here they come forward and Messi. Oh, what a touch! Vital save by Ospina. The touch from Messi sublime, the save from Ospina vital.
You talk about staying alive and alert all the time. Incredible ball by Neymar. Wonderful touch, as you rightly said. Look at Messi's moving, he's gone. Put on a plate. Touch sublime. Incredible save. Incredible save by Ospina. I think it just hits him, but he's diving that way. Lovely touch. You just expected the net to bustle, but bang! Good stop by Ospina.
In goes the Barcelona corner, which was a free header for Mathieu. And they've got to mark better than that from set pieces. They got away with one there.
He just walks off Mesut Ozil and see, it's just behind Ozil. It was a real poor header by the centre defender. You'd expect him to be better. There's the chance again. Lovely ball by Neymar. Touch. Great save. Kept him in the tie.
If they do score the first goal here, Barcelona, it doesn't change the dynamic too much. And if Arsenal want to win tonight, they're still going to score 3 times, haven't they? And of course, the 3 away goals would trump the 2 that Barca got in the Emirates. We might be getting a little bit carried away and ahead of ourselves in terms of how the game might pan out. But I think the point I'm trying to make, Steve, is that if Barcelona do score first, it's not curtains as far as Arsenal are concerned. Here they come though with Neymar, and Neymar's in, and they can't stop it this time. Combination that pays off for Barcelona, and Neymar on target to extend the lead for the European champions.
Yeah, and that's them from Arsenal giving the ball away. Fletcher, I don't know whether Luis Suarez was offside. He was just looked as if he was coming back from an offside position. We'll have to see it again, but real sloppy play by Arsenal. Goalkeeper throws a wonderful save in like that. A minute later, they give the ball away. They're 1 down. See there, I don't know whether he was offside, but that's a lovely, lovely pass by Luis Suarez. Simple enough, and he slots it away past Ospina. But it all came from an Arsenal poor pass out of defence, giving the ball back to Barcelona in a dangerous area. and they pounced quickly, and that's what happens.
Neymar's 26th goal of the season. He's the junior partner in the big three in terms of scoring goals. Well, they've got their noses in front. They've extended the aggregate lead now to 3. Well, we can test that theory that I was just talking about. What might happen if Barcelona score the first goal? Well, they've got the first goal really, Steve, without getting anywhere near top gear as yet.
Well, as I said, Flex, Arsenal get the ball away. You couldn't see on the replay against the Spanish director. He never took it back far enough. And Bellerin had pushed up because Arsenal had the ball. Suddenly they've turned the ball over. Bellerin's out of position. Neymar's free as a bird. And that's what happens.
The kind of team, aren't they, that even when they score a relatively straightforward goal, as they just have through Neymar, there's a certain elegance about it. Sergio Busquets, Danny Welbeck in quickly for Arsenal. They can't panic despite conceding the goal early.
Well, it's going to be a long goal night for Arsenal now, Fletch. See, Ozil just got and closed down. It was a waste of time. He has to listen to his teammates.
Here's Neymar, who was just able to roll away from El Neni. Now Dani Alves. Rakitic to Messi. There's Iniesta. Busquets. Alves. Now Messi. Messi on the move, spots the space here for Jordi Alba. There's lots of it, and it goes towards Suarez and away by El Neni. Bellerin back there doing the defending job on the Iniesta. El Neni can't lose it there. Well done by Alexis Sanchez, and Arsenal now on the move. Iwobi. Monreal's getting forward to join in. Here is Nacho Monreal. And Rakitic, who tracked the Arsenal run all the way from his midfield position, intercepts it and clears it.
Yeah, it was just the wrong choice of pass, wasn't it? First to Iwobi, and then Iwobi goes further wide to Monreal. He has to be a little bit more decisive. Try and commit somebody through the middle.
There's Iwobi again, who made his Champions League debut this season in the heavy defeat that Arsenal suffered in Munich against Bayern. Sharano in. Iwobi was looking to feed it through there towards Mesut Ozil.
Just a touch by Alexis. To see if Sergio Busquets.
Spent 3 years here, Alexis Sanchez. He's had a good season individually in the Champions League as well. 3 goals and 6 assists in the Champions League matches that he's been involved in, and they need a big performance from him tonight.
See, now once they're in this position, they shouldn't be able to get out. The pitch is so big. And if one Arsenal player slacks off, and that goal was Alexis Sanchez, he wasn't picking Iniesta up, he can just get out really comfortably.
Here's Iniesta. Dani Alves. Messi. Javier Mascherano. And now Jeremy Mathieu. Neymar up against Bellerin. And Busquets. Alves. Messi will receive it anywhere. Now El Neni for Arsenal. He won't be with the layoff to Danny Welbeck. We can have a run here at Javier Mascherano, but Mascherano stands his ground and didn't dive in, won the ball back. And Nacho Monreal. Rakitic in there for Barcelona, and then won it back far too easily, and then Suarez with the raking ball across towards Neymar, and that was a really important header by Gabriel. Now Alexis Sanchez, Mesut Ozil. El Neni. Bellerin's got a bit of space. Opportunity to send it in here towards Danny Welbeck, who got both Dani Alves and Javier Mascherano around him. Flamini then will win Arsenal the corner.
This is a good opportunity for Arsenal, set piece. The first corner was, delivery was poor. But when you see the size of the Arsenal, certainly Koscielny, Gabriel, they're getting picked up by Dani Alves and Mascherano. You would think that's a mismatch straight away.
There's a chance for Flamini to hit one, maybe. El Neni teed him up. Flamini let it go. A couple of goals this season, both came in the same game against Tottenham in the League Cup before Christmas. Slightly off target with that one.
It wasn't a bad hit, actually. See how Barcelona play out here, Fletch. It's all too easy, isn't it? I mean, Arsenal not even closing down. They've got numbers there in the red and white shirt today, but they're actually not doing anything to put any pressure on the ball.
There seems to be a real reluctance when teams play Barcelona to overcommit in trying to win the ball back, and it allows them to play out from the back really easily, as we've seen on numerous occasions over the two legs so far. Here's Ozil. Mascherano coming across for Barcelona. Straight into the chest of Dani Alves. Here's Rakitic. Gabriel had dived in on Suarez, but Bellerin was there. They've won 8 on the trot since Valentine's Day, this Barcelona side. They're 8 points clear at the top of La Liga. Arsenal have never managed to get a win on this ground. The best they've done was a draw in '99, the first time they came here in European competition. Malaga were the last team to beat Barcelona here at the Nou Camp. For that matter as well, stopped them scoring here. That was 13 months ago. Not the place you want to be when you've got to overturn a 2-0 deficit from the first leg. There's Neymar. Ivan Rakitic. Suarez was waiting to be teed up. Rakitic went himself. Now Jordi Alba. Fantastic run through from Alba, and then the block made by Flamini. Now you see him, now you don't. He just goes past the Arsenal defenders and into the box.
Kicks it past through the legs of Bellerin. They're flat-footed. They're so dangerous going forward, aren't they? They're an incredible team to watch and nigh impossible to stop.
It's Messi. He's the hardest of all of them to stop. Floats one in here towards Luis Suarez. Bellerin with a touch. Suarez keeps it in. All defending for Arsenal to do, which is done by Hector Bellerin at the expense of a Barcelona corner. Messi's come across to take the corner. Neymar's there as well. Falls here for Suarez. Strange corner that they took. Koscielny away. Suarez can have a run here at Bellerin. Still go and swing it in towards Rakitic, away by Elneny, and then further cleared by Danny Welbeck. You don't often see a corner, Steve, where two players come out and you've got the left-footed option or the right-footed option, which we had there with Messi and Neymar.
Yeah, I think it's just to drag two Arsenal players out as well. And it evaded most people in the box. It nearly found its way to Mathieu again.
They were both actually stood off the pitch, weren't they? Keep ball session involving Rakitic and Alba.
Yeah, it's up to Arsenal, isn't it, Fletch? It's up to Arsenal to go and win the ball back.
And Mathieu can play Jordi Alba in, and Suarez is forward, and so is Neymar, and here come Barcelona again. David Ospina with a save. But they just opened Arsenal up with that excellent ball from Jeremy Mathieu.
Yeah, Arsenal have been caught a couple of times with a simple ball over the top. That shouldn't really happen. It's fine if they cut through you with wonderful play, but a 30-yard ball over the top of you.
There's Iwobi, sloppy from Arsenal. Neymar nicks it back. Messi in a more central position this time. There's a collector's item, a heavy touch by Neymar. A really poor ball by Flamini, and now Messi can have a run. Gabriel tracks him across there. Oh, Rakitic, Busquets. On Neymar. Found lots and lots of space out there on the left. Steve says they make the pitch so wide and they move it from side to side with so much regularity. They'll start down the right, move it to the left and come back again and move teams around all the time. It's going to be a free kick and a yellow card against Mathieu Flamini for the challenge on Iniesta.
He just barges into the back of them. Right in front of the referee. Here's the ball, Fletch before. Just a simple one over the top. Bellerin gets caught. Thankfully Ospina makes a decent enough save.
So a big night tonight and a big night tomorrow night as well. It's the Europa League dominating things tomorrow night. Manchester United against Liverpool. BT Sport Europe HD from 7:30. United 2-0 down from the first leg at Anfield. At the same time, on BT Sport 1 HD, Tottenham against Borussia Dortmund, and Spurs in an even deeper hole. They're 3-0 down from the first leg in Germany. Here's Andres Iniesta. Suarez, who's the top scorer for Barcelona this season, is at 6 goals ahead of Lionel Messi at this stage, despite the little spurt that Messi's been on. Wonderful skill, and then floated through towards Neymar, away by Bellerin, but the majority of the Arsenal defending is pretty much last-ditch stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, that again, that's just floating off the back of Bellerin. I don't know whether they pinpointed that area. The three now at the back there as well.
And Suarez tees up Messi. It was Gabriel who got it behind and out for the corner. The close control and the movement around the penalty area when they've got it makes it so hard.
Yeah, I mean it is really difficult. We're up here trying to show how Arsenal can get back into this game, but I as we well know, this team are unbeaten in such a long time. Everybody tried something different to beat them and they can't.
Here goes Neymar's corner. Almost found his way through to Mathieu again. The Arsenal marking not the best back there.
Yeah, I think defensively Arsenal have been really poor tonight.
Chose to go with Gabriel and Koscielny as his central defensive pair. Mertesacker on the bench. Here's Danny Welbeck. And now Iwobi, who's got the other side of Mascherano and went down. And the Russian referee immediately signalled for the Arsenal youngster to get to his feet.
He certainly looked as if he clipped the back of his heels and always ran across him. See Arsene Wenger gesticulating down on the touchline. He thinks it was a penalty and he wants the penalty. It might have been accidental, but it was certainly contact. Looked like a penalty, I must admit. There we go. Oh, he runs across him. Yeah, he catches the back of him. He's in the box, just what does he kick us to the floor? He certainly thinks it's a penalty. Iwobi. Let's have a look here. There, and now he kicks his heel. I don't know whether he caught Mascherano's leg prior to that.
Yeah, he's just been shown a yellow card as well, Steve, for protesting. The game's been stopped for a clash off the ball involving El Neni. Gabriel then, while you were seeing the replay, confronted the referee about the fact that Arsenal didn't get that decision at the other end and was immediately shown a yellow card. So the Arsenal centre-back is the second Arsenal player to go in the book tonight after Flamini. There's another one of those diagonal balls out towards Neymar, which they're trying a lot against Bellerin. It's a difficult task when you're at full strength, when you think about the players who aren't here with Arsenal tonight. The likes of Petr Cech and Aaron Ramsey, Santi Cazorla, Jack Wilshere, all big game players who might well have been able to tip the tie in their favour or certainly make it more competitive. Here's Luis Suarez. It's going to be an Arsenal free kick. Let's bring in Howard Webb, who's with us here in Barcelona tonight, just to talk us through this, Howard, that we're seeing on the screen now, involving Mascherano and Iwobi.
Yes, Darren, I think Iwobi's really quite unfortunate there. He's definitely been caught by Mascherano. Doesn't have to be intentional, he's just got a little bit too close, and you see his foot comes up, just catches Mascherano, but actually Mascherano's the one who's too close. He's careless, causes him to clip his own heel and go down, but that's a penalty. It's just on the line, so it should be a penalty kick.
Thank you, Howard. Always great to have Howard with us on nights like this, so we can work out what's right and what's wrong. Nacho Monreal to Ozil, and now Danny Welbeck. Good position this for Arsenal. Nacho Monreal. In it goes towards Alexis Sanchez, and rear defending at the far post for Jordi Alba. There's Bellerin. Only got Welbeck to pick out. Iwobi's in there too now. And Iwobi gets the shot away. And it was rising high the moment it left the boot.
It wasn't a bad opportunity at all, or was it? You just felt that if he would have attacked it here to Iwobi, he might have got on to the end of the first one. But as he's done that, he's just blazed it. Just blazed it. Right, got underneath it.
There are 3 or 4 decent half chances, haven't they? But these are the kind of nights where you've got to take one of those.
One of them has to go in, just to build that bit of pressure. And they'll feel that they got away with not getting that penalty.
Here's Ozil. Gets away from Mascherano this time. Now, can he pick someone out? Alexis Sanchez. And now El Neni. And it took too long, and Mathieu was able to get his body in the way. 2 or 3 of them there, Steve, had the chance to pull the trigger.
Yeah. And El Neni's first touch was big and wide. He took it to a worse angle as well, Fletch. Closed the angle of the pitch down, allowed Mathieu to get back in.
Walden was trying to get Monreal in. Stegen's not sure whether he can pick it up or not. There's Messi, away from Iwobi. Now Iniesta. Neymar's making the run. Iniesta gives it to Neymar. You can see what he wanted to do, he just couldn't quite get the power on the finish. Mesut Ozil. Alexis Sanchez on one side of him, Danny Welbeck on the other. Sanchez hits it straight at Jordi Alba. Ozil. Hector Bellerin up from full-back into Alexis Sanchez! That's the best chance Arsenal have had.
Should have scored. Should have scored against his own team. Lovely ball in. Floats off the back of Mathieu. Great opportunity, and he just heads it wide. One of these has to go, and that was the best of the lot. Just fades wide in the end.
Iniesta can bring Barcelona forward. He's not been in the best of form in terms of scoring goals. Alexis Sanchez, 4 in 21 for club and country, which is not like him. Here's Neymar. Barcelona with just the 1 goal so far, but the last couple of minutes have brought a couple of promising opportunities at the other end for Arsenal, who now know they've got to score 3. Here's Dani Alves. Away by Koscielny, and now Iwobi. Now Ozil. Iwobi's carried on his run. Danny Welbeck's here too. Here's Welbeck. Iwobi back towards Welbeck. Really nicely done by Arsenal. And Mascherano got there to do just enough at the end of it all, but that's a really flowing move down the Arsenal left.
Again, really nice positive play. Danny Welbeck, lovely 1-2 with Iwobi. Just couldn't wrap his foot around, as you said. Mascherano just does enough there.
So coming up after the games tonight, the Europa League tomorrow, the Champions League quarter-final draw. BT Sport Europe HD, 11 o'clock on Friday, and the Europa League quarter-final draw is on BT Sport Europe HD from noon on Friday. Manchester City at this stage look like they're going to be the only English representation in the draw for the last 8 of this competition. Here's El Neni for Arsenal. Ozil. Straight to Dani Alves, the intended ball to try and get Nacho Monreal in. Messi to Neymar. Now Messi. Found his way through. It didn't seem to be any possible way that he could navigate his way through there, and he almost managed to do it.
The thing is, that stemmed from Mesut Ozil giving the ball away. And then he does enough, puts him off. Bellerin does enough.
There's Andres Iniesta. Messi had just looked to try and make a run off Monreal. Now Neymar. Iniesta. Arsenal have all of their outfield players in defensive positions, but they still manage to get it through towards Suarez.
It's Hector Bellerin. This side gets caught again. Just a simple in and round the back of him. If it's not Neymar catching him out, it was Suarez that time. Has to be more alert, Fletch.
Bellerin straight to Mathieu. Now Alexis Sanchez. Ozil. Alves coming across. It's back in towards Alexis Sanchez, and this time it was Mascherano. Iniesta for Suarez, effortless ball forward. Suarez has seen the run of Neymar. Messi was around too. Gabriel stepped in for Arsenal.
He got caught in two minds, Suarez, to poke one through to Neymar or give it to Messi.
That's here away. And then helped further on by Jordi Alba. Here's Ozil. And what Arsenal would give for a goal before half-time.
Messing around with it again.
There's Messi. Suarez had made the run and might well have been offside had the ball got through. So also to let you know, coming up this weekend, we've got Everton against Arsenal on BT Sport 1HD and Ultra HD as well. 12 noon, the build-up starts on Saturday. Here's an Arsenal change, Steve. Mathieu Flamini off just before half-time, and Coquelin coming on. It's like for like in terms of the change, but pretty sure that has to be an injury at this stage.
Yeah, it has to be an injury, doesn't it? It has to be an injury to add to the lengthy list, fortunately for Mathieu Flamini.
A little bit surprised when Coquelin's name wasn't on the team sheet to start with, but he's on before half-time. Of course, that Neymar goal in the first half here mean that the goals totals and statistics continue to rise. It's 104 between them now this season, well on the way to beating last season's 122 for the three of them. It's also the 95th they've scored at home this season in 25 games in all competitions. Really is a phenomenal list of goal-scoring feats that we see, and they might be in for another one. Well, it could have been had there been a little bit more composure from Luis Suarez, who got Messi going one way and Neymar the other. Into the additional time here at the end of the first half. Here's Iwobi, who's been one of the bright spots, I think, for Arsenal. Starting here at 19. And he's not been fazed at all by the occasion, has he, Iwobi?
No, he's certainly done all right, and with Monreal he's kept Dani Alves and Lionel Messi quite quiet down this side. There is another poor ball.
Coquelin, who's just come on, giving it away. Oh, Iniesta, Messi. Coquelin slowed him up, but didn't completely stop him. Oh, we see the twinkling feet of Messi. Iniesta. Messi. Suarez. And that brings to the end the first half. Almost marked by a second Barcelona goal, but they've just got the one so far, which was scored by Neymar, having been set up by Suarez. But there were opportunities in the first half for Arsenal, the best of them falling to Alexis Sanchez, who really should have done better with a header that he glanced wide. But Arsenal have to find 3 goals at least in the second half. Half-time here in the Nou Camp. Barcelona 1, Arsenal 0.
So Barcelona have the edge at half-time. It's still all to play for. Arsenal have had their opportunities. It could have been better, but a little bit of Neymar magic has given Barca the lead. But was this a penalty? Controversial moment. Much to discuss at half-time with Rio Ferdinand and Ian Wright.
Whole of the 15 minutes between they took the opportunity to give him a full warm-up, so he should be ready to go at the start of this second half. Barcelona, who have won 4 of the last 10 Champions League finals, they've got to the quarter-finals or better 8 seasons in a row, And this season they're bidding to become the first side in 26 years to retain the Champions League. AC Milan were the last team to do it. And a lot of people have been speculating about whether it would be Bayern Munich's year or Barcelona's year. The score that we've seen so far from Munich tonight would strengthen Barcelona's role as favourites in the competition. Here's Neymar, who's got the only goal so far tonight. Now Dani Alves. Lionel Messi. Bellerin steps in, but Alba was quickly back to retrieve it for Barcelona. The throw-in, though, will go Arsenal's way. And apologies for one or two picture disturbances, by the way, in the first half. We're pretty confident we've worked through it, and they shouldn't appear in the second half. It's so wet and rainy here in Barcelona. It started about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's not stopped. Hence why we've still got quite a few empty seats around the stadium. Here's Coquelin. If there is a crumb of comfort for Arsenal, it's the fact that Barcelona have been a better first half team in recent times. They tend to be so far ahead at half-time, they've been able to take the foot off the gas in the second. Here's Coquelin. Now Monreal. Iwobi. Coquelin's got forward here. Iwobi's still there. Now Hector Bellerin. And it goes towards Alexis Sanchez, away by Alba, and then further away by Busquets. Monreal. Dani Alves has gone out there for Barcelona. Lauren Koscielny. El Neni. Sanchez looking to move away from Jordi Alba. Opens up a bit of space here for Bellerin. Neymar makes the tackle. There's Suarez, and Messi's on the move. Lauren Koscielny's got some ground to make up, and he's able to make up that ground, but you could just feel in the stadium as that ball was played through to Messi, the crowd almost holding its breath, waiting for Messi to run onto it. There's Iwobi. Danny Welbeck had made the run ahead of him. Here is Welbeck. Now Alexis Sanchez. Iwobi promising a game for Arsenal. And the deflection took it just wide. Arsenal get the corner. It's not the first time they've managed to tee up a promising position in and around the Barcelona box.
No, it wasn't bad actually. As Ozil was shouting at Iwobi, but I think he was offside. He had to take the shot on. Eventually blocked.
Away by Suarez. There's Neymar. Comfortably away from Bellerin. And then down goes Neymar.
Yeah, I think it's Alexis Sanchez brings him down eventually.
It's going to be a yellow card as well for Alexis Sanchez.
There you see, he's just trying to get his arm across and bundles onto the floor.
They've been piling up the goals in 2016 Barcelona. They've got 66 now in 20 games and a half. And there can't be a scoring ratio like that anywhere else in Europe at the moment. Well, they've been even better since the turn of the year than they were pre-Christmas. An ominous sight, certainly for the teams in this competition. The Liga seems to be pretty much in the bag already. Elneny applying the pressure on Busquets. Alba heads on, Gabriel gets it for Arsenal, and then Bellerin to Alexis Sanchez, and now Mohamed Elneny! Oh, there's the goal that Arsenal wanted! There's the goal that Arsenal needed, and it's the first in Arsenal red and white for Elneny.
And what a lovely, lovely finish. That's them from Arsenal closing down properly this time. Hunted Barcelona down and won the ball back. Lovely ball by Alexis Sanchez, and Elneny opens his body up. You can see where he's... Tims it in. Lovely finish.
Well, it's a goal that any of Barcelona's big three would have been proud of. Is it a tie-turner for Arsenal? Iniesta in towards Suarez, and Ospina alive to the situation.
The thing is, it just gets now Barcelona on the toes a bit. Which is what you wanted in the first half.
Well, they came out needing 3, now they just need the 2. And they had chances first half as well, and Alexis Sanchez scored with a header, which was probably the best one that they fashioned. And then it really would be back on a knife edge. It will be that way now if Arsenal can score the next goal in the match. Alexis Sanchez is caught by Iniesta. Well, if they needed some belief and needed an injection of confidence, that goal from Elneny should have given it to them. Alexis Sanchez, and Bellerin hadn't read his intentions.
Here's the goal. Nice ball by Alexis Sanchez. He opens his body up, uses Busquets as a shield, bends it round him and into the top corner. You see here, Ter Stegen sees it late, can't do anything about the power and the accuracy. Great goal by Elneny. Well, Francis Coquelin thinks of it.
Alves to Rakitic, and then Monreal in the way. Arsene Wenger's 183rd game in the Champions League tonight, 16 successive seasons into the last 16. Of course, for the past 5 years in a row, they've gone out at this stage. Away by Monreal. Here's Busquets. Now Rakitic. There's not quite been the fluency, though, about Barcelona's passing since the restart.
No, there hasn't. Arsenal just need to keep this same type of tempo. Keep the pressure on right now.
Alexis Sanchez nicks it back from Jordi Alba. Welbeck trying to get into a good position. The cross not good enough this time from Alexis Sanchez. Ozil and lost out to Rakitic. Monreal to Coquelin. Iwobi to Elneny. Arsenal playing well. Bellerin. Sanchez. And away by Jeremy Mathieu for Barcelona. There's Jordi Alba. Busquets. Messi. Dani Alves. Lionel Messi. Iniesta. Bellerin's got some defending to do. Messi back on the ball. Alves in towards Messi and away by Gabriel. Now Albert, Neymar, Iniesta. Ivan Rakitic. Messi. Albert. Messi into Neymar, and then back towards Messi, and then Messi. Ospina was there, and so was Nacho Monreal.
Again, great save by Ospina. It was through the legs of Bellerin. Ospina has to get low, palms it away.
Now Rakitic. Barcelona come again. Iniesta. Neymar. Nearly done by Busquets to Iniesta. Neymar on the move, Bellerin's quick, we know. And that pace was important there.
Yeah, nice challenge by Bellerin.
Just a problem here for Ospina. He's got to tie his bootlace.
Great quick play by Messi and Neymar. See, he's always looking for him. Touched by Messi, pulls the trigger. Through the legs of Bellerin, but he's down quick, Ospina. It's another really important save.
He's on a remarkable run, isn't he, in terms of scoring, Messi. 30 goals in his last 25 matches for Barcelona. He's not gone more than one game without a goal since November.
He needs to sort himself out, doesn't he?
Scored in 5 straight matches before tonight. Suarez, Iniesta. There's always that element, isn't there, of Arsenal hanging on a bit when you see Barcelona around the box.
Yeah.
So a very good header by Mathieu, and Danny Welbeck's in here for Arsenal. Mascherano with work to do, and did that work. And was that the moment for Arsenal and Danny Welbeck?
What an opportunity. I felt as if Danny Welbeck probably should have had another touch, because Mascherano was always going to go to ground there. He was always lunging in. What another great opportunity, though. Shows that Arsenal are still in this game. Yes, they're dangerous at all times, Barcelona, but when they get chances like this...
Well, Nenny's ball in, Mascherano away, now Coquelin. A slip by Sanchez, didn't help. Similar in many ways, isn't it, Steve, to what we saw last week with Roma against Real Madrid.
I felt he was always lunging there, Mascherano, Fletcher, and if he would have had another little touch, look, he's going to ground there. If he has a touch again, he's either going to go round him or he's going to bring him down. I just felt if he was a little bit more cute there, Danny Welbeck, he could have got something far more important.
Scored 3 goals in 7 matches since coming back from the knee problem, including one at the weekend against Watford. Here he is again, Welbeck. Mascherano again, the defender for Barcelona. Now Rakitic. Neymar. Messi looking to get forward. And Rakitic, here he is. And then Neymar, at the angle tight. Neymar goes the long way round, and Gabriel did the job for Arsenal.
He's looked short tonight, Neymar. I think out of the 3 forwards, he's been the star man. Messi's been okay, but not to his usual best. To be honest, I've been disappointed in Luis Suarez. His touch has deserted him this evening. I know he was involved in the goal, but he hasn't done much tonight, so waiting to see a lot more from him.
So acceleration from Messi. Gets it back from Busquets and then tees up Dani Alves. Now Mascherano. Arsenal, though, working really hard to close down the Barcelona player in possession. He talked about pressing Barcelona. That was better, Steve, wasn't it, when they went 3 of them at the same time?
Yeah. Now here's another opportunity. See, no one closed down Busquets. Putting us 3 going and just being able to pump the ball out.
Almost to Alba. 2 full-backs combining. Now Neymar. Messi. Neymar. Red and white wall, though, between the Barcelona man in possession and David Ospina's goal. They've defended well second half, Arsenal. Now Rakitic. Suarez was looking to make the run off Bellerin. Jordi Alba. Rakitic. And Neymar. Lionel Messi! That's all he needs, isn't it? Hardly any backlift and so much power.
Yeah, but it's not like him. He's way wide in the end. Fletcher, it was nice by Neymar yet again. Nice cushion header, but you see the shot. Just always curling away, wasn't it? It's high. Normally you associate them flying in the back of the net.
Don't forget we've got a big night in Europe for you tomorrow night as well. Manchester United against Liverpool, BT Sport Europe HD from 7:30. Liverpool 2-0 up from the first leg at Anfield, and at the same time on BT Sport 1 HD, and the second leg of Tottenham against Borussia Dortmund. Spurs have got to find 3 against the side second in the Bundesliga at the moment.
Another wonderful night tomorrow, isn't it? Really looking forward to that.
Here's Ozil for Arsenal. Now El Neni. Coquelin. Sanchez. Bellerin supporting Alexis Sanchez here, and Arsenal have 5 in the box. One of them's Iwobi, and Alexis Sanchez, and Busquets with the block. And another very good position worked by Arsenal.
Yeah. Keep building that pressure. He's getting up. Nice touch by Iwobi. What the cheers to diving in like that. Keep building that pressure.
Ozil's ball in Welbeck's header. The flag had gone up against Alexis Sanchez, who was stood in an offside position anyway.
Danny Welbeck wasn't offside, was he? Simple cross in. Welbeck gets a free header on it. He ended it well wide, didn't he? Because it diverted towards Alexis Sanchez. There's still plenty of time for Arsenal to get back into this.
Not quite as calm and confident, is he, Luis Enrique, as he was at the start?
That's all you can see. Shout and point from the touchline.
He's got a winning percentage of over 80%, hasn't he, as the Barcelona manager, and he's won just about everything, hasn't he, since he got the job. It's a bit of work to do, though, for his team in this one, and it's all down to the fact that Arsenal have played really well. Barcelona, though, haven't quite managed to find top gear, have they? I think we've got to bring that into the discussion as well.
At times, they look as if they're just going through the motions, Barcelona, as if we can step it up when we need to, or if we want to. That's why you wonder if Arsenal do get on the score sheet yet again, you wonder what reaction Barcelona will have.
Just saw a shot there of Olivier Giroud, who got that hat-trick in Greece against Olympiacos to get them through to the knockout stage. I'm pretty sure that he'll have a role to play at some stage tonight, certainly if it stays like this. There's Alba.
He has to work hard and Mesut Ozil. Fletcher has to work harder.
Iniesta to Messi. On Neymar. Dani Alves. And it goes towards Suarez! Oh, what a finish from Luis Suarez! He's Barcelona's top scorer this season, and that's That's a fantastic goal.
I wonder whether it comes off his shin. How he controls it into the top corner. I said he's had a quiet night. He's been involved in the first, and then he goes and sticks one in the top corner like that.
It's his 43rd this season, and how he has to change his body shape to finish it.
Let's see. Seems like a double touch. What you would say is what a finish. It's off his shin. Oh, they all count, Fletch, especially when they go right in the top stone, shit like that. I could watch that all day. Lovely ball by Dani Alves. You see here, tries to get his body into, just can't get his leg up, and it comes off the bottom of his shin, I think. The goalkeeper can do nothing but watch it sail into the top corner.
Well, you wonder whether that is the hammer blow to Arsenal. Here's Suarez again, Koscielny with a foot in. As you say, Steve, he's not done very much at all tonight, apart from make the goal and score the next one. I mean, that's...
Yeah,
when you can have a quiet night and do that, you'll take it.
Well, that's the thing with this wonderful team. They just explode into action, don't they? 1 minute they're quiet and then bang, they've gone and done something fantastic.
Messi has it taken off him by Ozil. It's 43 goals in 42 games for Suarez this season now. Here's Alex Iwobi for Arsenal. Nacho Monreal. Goal that Barcelona have scored came at a really bad time for Arsenal, who were having a good spell themselves. Now Danny Welbeck might be in here. Didn't look right. Angle was tight. Danny Welbeck with a good opportunity there for Arsenal.
Yeah, it's just real nice movement from Danny Welbeck again. You see him run across the line, picked out by Iwobi. Great power on it. As you said, but it's just off the top of the bar. But they have had some real good opportunities. They, as Righty and Rio was saying, they just haven't been clinical enough tonight, have they? At a time when Barcelona were just off the ball a little bit, he wanted Arsenal to be as clinical as possible, and they just haven't been that way tonight.
Suarez to Messi, Coquelin in there for Arsenal. I've never seen a goalkeeper have more options than Ter Stegen when he kicks it out from the back. There are about 5 or 6 players that he can pick out. Well, the crowd unhappy for a challenge on Suarez. He's stayed down. Iniesta gets on with it. Now Neymar. Coquelin defending inside his own penalty area for Arsenal. Suarez is back up on his feet. There's Rakitic. And now Dani Alves. Messi to Iniesta. And Neymar, and then Messi. Koscielny stood his ground and had to. Here's Alexis Sanchez. Alva didn't make the tackle. Did this time.
The wrong option.
So the big concern for Arsenal now, Steve, is that following that Suarez goal, it's just become a little bit more open, hasn't it? Arsenal now having to commit more players forward. Danny Welbeck and Ozil are staying up a lot more, as is Sanchez, which of course gives so much more space for Barcelona to play through. Rakitic to Messi, laid off to Busquets, and then effortlessly to Dani Alves. Lionel Messi. Iniesta, back to Messi. Now Alba, they're queuing up in the middle. Ozil loses the ball again. Busquets took it off him. Neymar, good feet to get away from El Neni. And then into Messi. Important block, Messi again. El Neni was in there, Koscielny was in there. And eventually the touch of Suarez gives Arsenal the chance to get the ball away.
Really nice play again between Messi and Neymar. Just gets closed down, thankfully, in the end.
Don't forget at the conclusion of the Champions League games this week, we've got a couple of draws for you. The quarter-final draw is on Friday, 11 o'clock. BT Sport Europe HD, that's in the Champions League, and then after that, the Europa League draw, that's from noon on Friday, again on the BT Sport Europe HD. Competition that, apart from Barcelona, would be a lot more open should Bayern Munich go out tonight.
Well, yeah, they'll certainly shorten up as big favourites in the end, won't they, if Bayern do go out.
Messi to Dani Alves. The danger was spotted by Koscielny for Arsenal, and then by Mathieu for Barcelona. Here's Neymar. Crowd enjoyed that. In towards Messi. And the ricochet came off Coquelin.
I think it's Neymar's personal mission to put one on a plate for Messi tonight, isn't it? Every time he cuts in, he tries to find him. I know they're close friends, but...
There's a Barcelona change, and Iniesta's work is done tonight. So all that remains is to pass on the captain's armband to the best player in the world. And Sergio Roberto is coming on, who started to get a few games in the first team last season, but he's played a lot this year, hasn't he, Sergio Roberto? The next wave of Barcelona player to progress through the system and towards the first team here.
Yeah, he played at the weekend, so it's a young kid coming on.
We're also going to see a double change here from Arsene Wenger. Theo Walcott and Olivier Giroud coming off the bench. Alex Iwobi, one of the players who's going off, and Danny Welbeck, I think, is going to be the other.
Surprising that. I think Danny Welbeck and Iwobi have looked really dangerous, to be very honest. That has surprised me. I know they have to gamble to a certain extent, but I thought Mesut Ozil's been really disappointing tonight. Wouldn't have surprised me if he would have went off. But Danny Welbeck looked particularly dangerous.
Theo Walcott's 27 today.
Yeah.
So celebrating his birthday on the pitch here at the new camp.
Yeah, he's come on the right-hand side. Fletching. Alexis Sanchez has gone across the far side now on the left. Olivier Giroud through the middle.
Has scored in an Arsenal shirt against Barcelona as well. Giroud has lost his form. He was scoring regularly before Christmas, but only 2 in his last 13, but has had a good time of it in the Champions League so far this season, and they've got to take a gamble now, Arsenal, because 17.5 minutes remain and they've got to start scoring goals. Here's Ozil. Monreal getting forward here from left back, and Javier Mascherano across for Barcelona.
He's had a good game tonight, Javier Mascherano, without Piqué there. Being outstanding.
And Sanchez, Coquelin, have not missed Piqué, have they? Jeremy Mathieu slotted in alongside Mascherano. It's given away by Gabriel, straight to Neymar. This is where Barcelona are so dangerous in that transitional phase of the game.
4-on-4 now. It's arguably 4 great players.
Messi to Neymar. Sergi Roberto to Suarez. And then Rakitic. Oh, they worked it fantastically, didn't they? All that was lacking was the end product from Rakitic.
Yeah. There's the goal again. That's what the manager thinks.
See, he's gone for a different coloured parka tonight, but
Yeah.
familiar look to Enrique.
That's how he rolls in Barcelona, Fletch. Different parkas for different nights.
It's obviously the waterproof one that he's got on tonight, and he's needed it. The rain's still tumbling down here in Barcelona. Set up for a grandstand finish in Munich. Lewandowski's pulled a goal back for Bayern. Here's Nacho Monreal. Dani Alves in with the challenge, Arsenal corner. Juventus 4-3 up at the moment. Nenny in towards Walcott. Koscielny was in there, and then Walcott hits it straight at Mathieu.
He didn't hit it properly, did it, Theo Walcott?
There's a touch to a foul, Messi. Messi, another change for Barcelona. Rakitic is coming off. And Arda Turan is coming on. Had to be patient, hasn't he, the Turkish international, to get an opportunity signed during the transfer embargo, so he's happy to join Barcelona, but then couldn't play for them. Made his debut on the 6th of January, so he can lay claim to being one of the catalysts for this excellent run since the turn of the year. Just shows the depth of the Barcelona squad, doesn't it, when you can take off Rakitic and send on a player like Arda Turan. Roberto's lost out here to Walcott. He's got players supporting him. Here come Barcelona with a substitute in possession. Now Messi. Arda Turan. Gets it back from Dani Alves. Suarez. Sergio Busquets. Jeremy Mathieu. Sergi Roberto. Jordi Alba had made the little sprint down the Barcelona left. Instead it gets fed through to Suarez, who was looking to play Turan in. On Monreal. He was nibbling at him all the way, wasn't he? And the referee tried to let it go and tried to let it go, and then shows a yellow card to Arda Turan. But I'm not surprised by that.
No, it was a yellow card. I just felt Monreal should have released the ball a little bit earlier, to be honest, because Theo Walcott on the right and Olivier Giroud on the left were in really good positions. I mean, I know they got a free kick now, but it's some way out. But He felt the contact, and you knew that he was always going to bring him down. He's had an eventful couple of minutes, hasn't he, Arthur Turan? He's had about 25 touches and a yellow card.
Yeah, you call that the impact off the bench. It's not the kind of impact that Luis Enrique was necessarily looking for. Suarez with proof that even if you're a superstar here, you've still got to take your place in the defensive hall for the free kick. Alexis Sanchez over it for Arsenal. Hits it well. Superbly saved. Giroud for Stegen again, and then Walker. 3 chances there in a matter of seconds for Arsenal. The first save by ter Stegen from the free kick was excellent. Ozil swings it in. Giroud. That's going to be a goal kick. It came off Alexis Sanchez.
He's a very relaxed goalkeeper, isn't he? This is a great free kick. Simple enough save to be ready on this match. Wasn't in the top corner, was it? He should be making saves like that.
He's made 2 or 3 though, hasn't he, in the context of the tie?
Yeah.
Made a couple at the Emirates, didn't he, to deny Oxlade-Chamberlain and Giroud.
Yeah, that was a nice strong hand from the second one. He's up quick.
You've got to keep your concentration if you're the goalkeeper of Barcelona, because you don't work very much in terms of the bread and butter part of goalkeeping.
Yeah.
Been linked with a couple of Premier League clubs, hasn't he, this week? Liverpool and Manchester United.
That's a nice save. That one's a good one as well. Just couldn't. The back of the neck on the Arsenal. There'll be a lot of what-ifs tonight, I think, when the Arsenal team go home, because they've certainly had enough attempts.
Now, one more game to tell you about coming up in the Barclays Premier League on Saturday. Lunchtime, 12 o'clock we start. Everton against Arsenal. Arsenal back in the title race and back on your screens on BT Sport. Here's Walcott. Challenge came in from Alba. And Mascherano.
Heavy touch by Theo Walcott there.
Neymar to Messi. The ball pass just starts to open them up a little bit. Here's Neymar. Messi was making the run and Gabriel knew he'd got to reach it. Goes back to the point he made a few moments ago. He's desperate to free up Messi tonight.
The amount of times they find each other, it's incredible. He's been very impressive, Neymar, tonight.
And he goes. Busquets with a free header.
No idea what the Arsenal defenders were doing, Fletch. No idea. There's about 4 of them all looking at each other. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. Busquets gets a free header and he actually should have buried it. Gabriel, Koscielny, all just standing around watching.
Hasn't scored yet this season, Sergio Busquets, but he doesn't have to, does he, in this team?
Well, he just leave it to the front 3. Let them get all the glory.
Yep. They're on course for 5 trophies this season, aren't they? They've already got the Super Cup and the FIFA World Club Cup. Bellerin floats it in towards Giroud, played by Mascherano and then helped on by Neymar. Looks like La Liga's all but done. They're into the final of the Copa del Rey and they're going to take all the beating in this competition to Barcelona.
Yeah, they got Sevilla in the Copa del Rey, the last team to beat them, so maybe they'll have a little psychological edge over them, but you wouldn't have thought so. It's going to be hard stuff in this team, isn't it?
Dani Alves.
They all stay fit. I think that's another remarkable thing. They all stay fit, haven't they? Premier League, every team's had a host of injuries to start then, where this team seems to play and play and play and play. They all stay fit and healthy. Remarkable.
Turan. Messi. Arsenal get back to the grind of the Premier League at the weekend. They've not really responded to this tough slate of away games that they were given after Christmas. They're on the road again on Saturday against Everton. They're still going to go to West Ham, Sunderland who need points, and Manchester City as well before the season finishes. If they can't respond to those away matches, then the run without the league title will extend to 12 years.
It's a really difficult game in this park. Flying at the moment as they showed last weekend when they got to Chelsea the FA Cup. So for Arsenal to win the FA Cup this tournament and then not get a positive result on Saturday, that's a lot.
Safe to say that 6 minutes of normal time to go and Arsenal needed a bundle of goals that the yellow card won't stop him from playing in the next round.
It's just handball to the face as well. Throw the ball down like that, that's a yellow card in itself.
Suarez. And Messi. And Turan's made the run to open up the space. And Nacho Monreal read it and gets the touch off the Barcelona player.
It's been a real comfortable performance, hasn't it? Like Barcelona, they're on top of the world of late. They've just played within themselves. Feel as if they could have stepped it up at any time in the game. That's why it was paramount that Arsenal got the first goal this evening to put a little bit of pressure on them. But unfortunately, it's going to go to back for Barcelona.
It's got 30 minutes of attacking in here and then Bowley youngster. Ozil to Bellerin. Sergio Roberto there again. He's seen the others do it tonight, thought he'd try and get in on the act. Not really his game. There's Alexis Sanchez. Walcott's made the run, and Walcott's in here for Arsenal to Stegen and committed himself. And then was able to do enough. Now Ozil. Coquelin.
Well short there. On the out to his left, burst forward. Touch again, Fletch. You talk about those little bits of quality. That's Messi's first touch or Neymar's first touching in the back of the net. He'll just let it get away from him there.
And a couple of goals last week, Walcott, but he's another one in the Arsenal team who's lost the touch in front of goal recently. Messi. Neymar was on the move. Nacho Monreal was in there for Arsenal. Giroud. Serrano can bring it away. They've got themselves in a position now, Barcelona as well. They can save themselves essentially for the big Champions League ties with the cushion they've got in La Liga. And the fact they've only really got the El Clasico against Real Madrid that you would describe as a tough game left. Should have gone through to Suarez. Messi will pick up the pieces. Messi! There's the exclamation point. And Barcelona's little magician
giving the crowd something to cheer about. And they get a bit of fortune, actually. You see that pass there, and then it squares out to Messi. Neymar was trying to give it to Suarez, bounces back, finally gives it to Messi. He always knew what he was thinking about. He was thinking about that. Just being stood up, just couldn't do enough. Get to fingertip, just couldn't do enough. Knew what he wanted to do. But again, that stemmed from Arsenal giving the ball away. Fletch again.
Fantastic finish, makes it look so easy, doesn't it? 3 for Barcelona, and a goal apiece for the big 3. 3 in the tie for the best on the planet.
Didn't wait to say before. They have 3 between them every single game, didn't he?
They called it
Spot on, yeah. Arsenal just need to win 6-3, that's the only problem.
As well, when you come to the new camp, and the crowd aren't happy unless they go away having seen a Messi goal, and certainly the way they celebrated the fact that he'd added another one to the tally. Moves a little bit nearer to Cristiano Ronaldo on the all-time list as well.
Now he's in 40-yard cross-field passes.
Break a game like this, break it down as much as you want to. You can try and analyse the tie. Barcelona have just been too good over 2 games. It's as simple as that. I'm not sure there's an awful lot that Arsenal could have done about it.
I don't think there's an awful lot that anybody can do about it, to be honest. Whenever they want to turn it on, get the job done, they do. And it's going to be nigh on impossible for any team over 2 legs home and away to stop them.
We're talking before the match and saying it's important that Arsenal came here and gave a performance tonight, though, and they've done that, haven't they? They've not come here and rolled over and been embarrassed.
Well, they've made good chances this evening. As I said, they just wanted to score that first goal to really lift the game as a whole and put a bit of pressure on Barcelona. But
there's Neymar. He's looking for another one. Sergio Roberto, Neymar. Foul. They've actually scored 4 or more in a game 16 times this season, Barcelona. Here's Walcott coming the other way for Arsenal. A game like this, break it down as much as you want to. You can try and analyse the tie. Barcelona have just been too good over 2 games. It's as simple as that. I'm not sure there's an awful lot that Arsenal could have done about it.
I don't think there's an awful lot that anybody can do about it, to be honest. Whenever they want to turn it on, get the job done, they do. And it's going to be nigh on impossible for any team over 2 legs home and away to stop them.
We're talking before the match and saying it's important that Arsenal came here and gave a performance tonight, though, and they've done that, haven't they? They've not come here and rolled over and been embarrassed.
Well, they've made good chances this evening. As I said, they just wanted to score that first goal to really lift the game as a whole and put a bit of pressure on Barcelona. But
there's Neymar. He's looking for another one. Sergio Roberto, Neymar. Foul. They've actually scored 4 or more in a game 16 times this season, Barcelona. Here's Walcott coming the other way for Arsenal. Alexis Sanchez.
Yet another really good opportunity. Giroud does well. Lays it off to Alexis Sanchez, he just can't get it on target.
Walcott swings it in towards Lauren Koscielny to Stegen with a punch away.
Like the cavalry now, Fletch.
Here comes the counter. Led by Neymar. Bellerin comes across and gets a foot in.
He's done really well actually, Hector Bellerin.
Late drama in Munich, by the way. Thomas Muller's equalised, so it's 2-2 on the night, 4-4 on aggregate. They've both got 2 goals away from home.